This is Mrs. Boots, and we're going to talk about arithmetic sequences. So arithmetic, I know, it looks like arithmetic, right? I'm totally saying it wrong, of course. All right, so this is when we add or subtract. I'm adding or subtracting to get the next term in my sequence. Okay, easy enough, not a big deal. So we have a formula for the equation. So a sub n, remember this is any term. I can plug in the n value, find any term in my sequence, would be equal to d times n plus c. D times n plus c. Okay, well, let's talk about what those are. Because every formula, we got to have the meaning, right? D, super easy. D is my common difference. That is what I am adding to get to the next term. N, we already know that. That's my term number. That's like my x value that I'm going to plug in. And C has its very own equation. C is like your y-intercept, where you have to count backwards in order to find it. And C is always going to be equal to a sub 1 minus your d value, okay? Minus the d value. So we're going to have to find C. So we're going to start off really easy here. We have this wonderful sequence of numbers, 2, 5, and 8. 2 is obviously my A1 because it's first. So what am I doing to get from 2 to 5 and from 5 to 8? That's right, we're going to add 3. Not a big deal. So D is 3. D is a plus 3. So let's just find the next 3 numbers. So if I add 3 to 8, I get 11. Add 3 again, I get 14. And add 3 again, I get 17. So each time I would just add 3. Well, we want to find the 100th term. I don't want to sit here and add 3 until I get to the 100th term. 1, because I'm probably going to lose count, but 2, because there's an easier, faster way to do it. So let's write the equation so that we can find a sub 100. Okay, so my equation format is a sub n, that's like y equals d. Well, we just found d. D is 3. So I have 3 times n plus my c value. Okay, hold on. I got to actually find c. Okay, so I'm going to come down here. C equals a sub 1, that was 2. My first term, 2, minus 3. So 2 minus 3 would equal negative 1. So I'm going to put a negative 1. Now, yes, we could have written this different, right? We could have written this as a sub n equals 3n minus 1. All right, so that is my simplified written equation. It's beautiful because now I can take 100, which is my n value, and plug it into my equation. So a sub 100 equals 3 times 100 minus 1. So 3 times 100, 300 minus 1. So that gives me 299. So the 100th term is 299. A whole lot easier and faster than sitting here in my calculator going plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, and hoping that I have all 100 terms. And this is an arithmetic sequence. This is the general form of the equation for an arithmetic sequence. There is another form you may see for an arithmetic sequence. I'm going to write it right down here. It's a sub n equals a sub 1 plus d parentheses n minus 1. Okay. This is the same thing. All they did was plug in C so that they got one big equation. But if you ever use this equation, you have to actually distribute the D and simplify it in order to get it into this format. All right? Thank you very much. You're awesome.